Hey, it's Ben with Case by Case Training, and today I just want to do a brief tutorial video explaining how to use MyFitnessPal and really specifically how I want you to use it. If you're one of my clients, if you are watching this and you're looking for something a little more in depth are fully encompassing the whole app, you're going to want to probably find something a little different. So this is just going to be a short tutorial, kind of just explaining the main functions that I like to use. I like to keep it really simple. So the biggest thing, when you download it, if you don't already have MyFitnessPal, they're going to have you enter in all your details, and it's going to ask you things like your weight and height and stuff, and they're going to kind of come up with a calorie goal for you based off of those. That number is usually off. I've very rarely seen it where it matches up to what someone should actually be shooting for on their calories. So it's usually a few hundred calories off, which makes a big difference. So I don't really use the number they give you. If you're a client of mine, then I figured that number out for you. But I will show you a couple things. So one, how to put that number in yourself. So if you go to goals, they're going to have all the details entered in for you. You can edit that though, and you can enter in manually whatever the number is that it's supposed to be. So let's just say 2,000 calories, and then we can actually even change the macronutrient breakdown. So depending on what I would have you doing for carbs, fat, protein, and calorie breakdown, you can actually manually change all that. And so that's under goals. So that's one of the biggest things right there. And then the second thing is just food. And this is obviously the main point of the app, to be able to track your food that you take in. And I've got a couple things entered in here just as an example. So you can add your food, you look it up, search for it, whatever it is. They'll keep track too. As you search stuff, they'll kind of show up like a quick ad. And it'll give you all the breakdown. I mean, it'll give you all the details of what the calories are, the fat, protein, carbs, everything. And also it'll break down each of the nutrients, like the sugar and sodium and everything. So it will show you each of those details of what you're consuming each day. So that's the main point, is one, to obviously be able to hit your goals, but also a lot of times people just don't realize, what they're eating or what exactly is in what they're eating. So that's the point of this. You put it in your breakfast, you put it in your lunch, put it in your dinner, and get a breakdown of what you've taken in each day. It's going to look a little different on the phone, and so I do have just a little video clip that I'll kind of talk through as it plays. Same stuff, it's just on a phone it's going to look a little different. So this is kind of the main page. This is what it'll look like. And then you will be able to enter your food, search for it. I don't know why. There we go. Well, maybe I need to just stop moving the mouse. You can enter your servings when you put the food in. Same thing here with like the ounces if you're doing liquids. Sometimes too you'll have to search a little. These are all things that people have entered in manually, these different foods, and so you might have to do a little searching. There's your macros. This is your nutrients. All the other nutrients broken down for you. And then also how you get to your calories and your macronutrients to manually enter them. You go to goals, tried to change my weight there. And then you'll click on calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals right there. And then it's going to bring up the same exact thing. And you can manually enter each one. And that is the main functions that I want you to use. I think keeping it simple is better because it can just be overwhelming if you're trying to do too much. One thing that is nice is you can scan barcodes for foods. So if you have groceries and stuff like that where you can just scan the barcode and it will allow you to just enter it that way, and you can enter the serving amount and then it will have all the calories right there. Just close these. And then you can also add in your own recipes, which is just kind of nice if you're actually cooking something rather than every single time having to put, this many cups of this many scoops of this, and then, this, all broken into a meal. You can just enter it one time as your own recipe, and you can name the recipe whatever you want. But then in the future, rather than having to manually enter each one in, you can just look up your recipes. They'll all be under here. And you can just click it, and it'll add it right in to your day. So that's essentially it. And if you have any other questions, you can let me know.